It's still cold outside, which means it's time for yet another soup recipe. Today we're making wonton soup from scratch. A list of ingredients and step-by-step directions are listed down below in the video's description box for your convenience. Let's get started. We're going to start off by prepping all of our produce. We need roughly 1 tablespoon of chopped green onions, also known as scallions. We'll put the rest off to the side in a baggie. Chances are high we're going to end up using it later. Next, we need 2 teaspoons of grated ginger and 2 cloves of garlic, minced. Now we're ready to make the wonton filling. To a bowl, we need 1 tablespoon of our chopped green onions, maybe a little bit more. Be sure to keep whatever's left over. We'll be adding that to the broth later. Next, we need 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, followed by 1 teaspoon of either low sodium soy sauce or 1 teaspoon of tamari soy sauce. Basically, this is the gluten-free version. In my opinion, they both taste the same, so choose whatever you want. We also need half a teaspoon of sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of white pepper, which is pretty much just a dash, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of water. Lastly, all we need is half a pound of ground pork. This package has roughly 1.5 pounds, so if we really wanted to go crazy, we could triple the ingredients in the bowl and toss this whole thing in. But we don't have time for that today. This recipe alone makes 36 wontons. Could you imagine if we tripled this recipe? That's a lot of wontons. The good news is, if you decide to make a ton, you can freeze as many as you want and save them for later use. So what you would do is place the raw wontons on a parchment-lined baking sheet in a single layer. Make sure the wontons aren't touching so they don't freeze together. Place the tray in the freezer to freeze the wontons. Once they're frozen, they can be bagged up into freezer bags and stored in the freezer until ready to use. The same can be done with the broth. Make it, freeze it. Back to our filling. Once everything looks well incorporated, we're ready to assemble the wontons. For our wrappers, I picked this up from Walmart in their produce section near the dressings and other perishables. If you do decide to triple this recipe, you'll want to pick up 2 of these packages. Simply grab a single sheet and scoop out roughly 1 teaspoon of filling. To seal up the wonton, we're going to run a wet fingertip along all 4 edges of the wrapper. Take the wrapper and gently fold everything in half. With your fingers, we're going to press around the filling, pushing any air pockets out. We don't want to trap any air inside. Once everything looks good, press outward, moving any trapped air out. To get that finished wonton look, gently press your finger in the middle of the filling, making a small indent. This will make it easier for the edges of the wonton wrapper to wrap around the filling. Wet one corner of the wrapper like so and bring in the other side, gently pinching both to seal them together. Ta-da! Your first wonton! As a side note, if you're using the same brand of wonton wrappers as I am, you'll probably run into a few that are slightly stuck together. This is fine, just find the seam and pull them apart. No big deal. Let's make another one. 1 teaspoon of filling in the middle, wet all 4 sides, fold the wrapper in half, push out the air, make that small indent in the center of the filling, bring the corners together, wet one corner and seal together. You might have to force the corners together, just be gentle about it and everything should work out. Repeat this process until you run out of filling. Alright, we're ready for the next step. We're going to set this off to the side while we assemble the broth. To a pot on the stove, we need 6 cups of low sodium chicken broth. If you decide to use straight up regular chicken broth like I am, you'll probably want to refrain from adding any additional salt to the broth. Next, we need 2 teaspoons of that ginger we grated earlier, 2 cloves of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce or that gluten-free tamari stuff, 2 teaspoons of that toasted sesame oil, and all of the leftover chopped green onions. In my opinion, there's no such thing as too many green onions, so use as many as you want. Give everything a quick stir. We're going to bring this to a boil and then turn down the heat and let it simmer for a few minutes until the flavors of the garlic and the ginger are infused in the broth. Once the broth is simmering, we're ready to cook our wontons. To a boiling pot on the stove, we're going to carefully add in our wontons in a single layer, being sure to stir them so they don't stick to the bottom of the pot. As a side note, if you are using frozen wontons, you don't need to defrost them. The wontons will float to the top when they're done. This usually takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes. If you're worried about the middle not being fully cooked, you can fish one out, slice it open, and have a peek inside. Using a slotted spoon or mini colander, scoop out the wontons and place them in your soup bowls. At this point, your broth should be ready. Simply ladle your broth over your wontons. If you like a lot of broth, I would suggest doubling the broth portion of this recipe. There's probably enough for about 4 bowls of soup this size, so keep that in mind. We didn't even boil all of the wontons today. I stuck about half in the freezer for later. You don't have to do this, but you can add more green onions if you so choose. And I do. Here's an ingredients list. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.